Alrighty, so day 3 of making a video every single day. Different place now, not at work today. It is 3:23 p.m. And I'm at my desk at home. This is where I actually spend most of my time, so I can imagine that there's going to be a lot of videos more from this perspective. Also webcam, not phone, so it'll actually be stable and I can move my hands around and stuff. Um, Definitely want to get a new webcam for sure, because then these will look better. And I think that's going to be, like I was saying in the last video, like having it improve little by little every time is going to be something that I'm really excited about. Um, and doing something with this background because it's just, I'm in my office at home, and it is really messy, but that's fine. Haven't started writing scripts yet, but I was thinking more just about um, how I've decided to start this in lieu of a different project ending. And I know that Uns Honest was like some of their production quality and stuff is a lot different. I mean, I'm just one person, and right now there's nobody else on the other side of this camera. But I kind of like that, because it just means that right now this is just for me, and maybe it'll always be for me, or maybe it will grow into something. Like I've been saying in the last few videos, the potential for growth is kind of the excitement, and then being able to look back at any point in my life and not only know what I was going through at the time, but also what um, being able to watch on a like meta technical side, how the videos are improving. So it is the 16th. It's Monday. No work today. I know most people, it's like, woo, Monday, gotta go start work for the week. But not for me. I'm pretty much a weekend worker. Gosh, I can't. You know, this is why I keep a brush by my desk, because my hair is okay. So the hair isn't really going to be doing any favors for me. I'm 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 seeing that now. I need to get a haircut, is essentially what this is telling me. I can look over like this. But things I'm doing today, oh my goodness, I'm working on some art. This is like my main monitor, and then I have a drawing monitor right next to me, so I'm going to be working on some art for a Dungeons and Dragons game that I'm going to be in. I play a lot of Dungeons and Dragons. I've got all my miniatures over there. So that'll probably be something that I talk about a lot. I don't know if it'll end up becoming like a focus. That's kind of the nice thing. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that every video is different, but like, if I want to just focus on something, then I can focus on something. So like, the only goal is make a video every single day. But yeah, so I'm going to be working on some art for that game that starts next week, and I stream a lot of those games, so that's going to be fun to kind of have these, and then also being able to be like, oh, well, what stream did I do that day? I'm playing today, too, different game. I play so much tabletop stuff, and I mean, with the pandemic being still a thing, as it is the end of 2020, and we're still doing that, tabletop has been really, really awesome for me. Playing online, that escapism, those games have been something that I really, really enjoy. So that's kind of what my Monday is, working on art for a game and then playing in a game. And they're two different games. But yeah, so I was just having more thoughts on like how this project began as a derivative of another project, and how like being derivative is okay. I mean, everyone's always said that there isn't always going, there's no original ideas. And I mean, I think that that as an artist is something that a lot of artists say, but also, like, there is always the concept, there's always the adjacent idea that someone always did it first. And I'm not doing any firsts here, but just the concept of originality and creativity and how they evolve with each other in a space is something that's always really interesting to me, in the sense that nothing can be created in a vacuum, but that if you take a bunch of ideas that have been done before, but then you arrange them or combine them in a different way, then suddenly you do have an original idea, in a sense, even if it's made up of unoriginal concepts. And so that's kind of like what this is. It's derivative, and again, hopefully I don't come off as like I'm trying to portray the message of Unus Annus, because they focused on death and how everything must come to an end, and then the concept of this is that it doesn't have to. But I think in like the real life aspect of it, you know, this is a project, but there's a real person behind it, and there's hopefully one day real people on the other side of it here, is that in life, you know, we're all going to end one day, but I feel like you have to, in one hand, live like you're dying, and another, live as if you could live forever. You have to keep striving for something greater. You have to keep pushing the envelope. You have to keep going forward. And if you take infinity as your goal, if you do not accept any limit, then I think that's definitely how you achieve something really great. Because if you keep pushing and you keep saying, no, there's more I can do, there's more I can do, then, you know, it's that concept, aim for the moon and you'll land amongst the stars. You know, if you aim high, if you aim further beyond what you could ever hope to achieve, then hopefully just by setting that as a goal, where you end up is going to be something really, really great. And so that's kind of what this is. I am shooting for something that I know logically is impossible, but I'm not confusing confidence with a sense of irrationality. You know, I'm not forsaking logic for hope or anything like that. I just think that we need to strive for something infinite. Because if we don't try to achieve it, then we're accepting a limitation. And when we have limited time, we don't want to impose any other limitations on ourselves. The only limit should be the time that we have. And the idea of this project is that hopefully it can continue on past me. Just making videos every day. I know there hasn't been any topic besides me talking, but hopefully right now for me, it is a way for me to look back and see where I was in my life and what I was doing. But also then the technical standpoint of like, okay, I went from a vertical video on my phone to a horizontal video on my phone to being able to sit at my desk with my webcam, and now I'm able to think about like changing the lighting in here, changing a backdrop, getting a new camera, but I have to make a video every single day, so I only have so much time in between every video to make the next video better. So it's been a little growth every single time, and I think even those little steps should be something that I'm appreciating. We're on day 3 of making a video every single day, and I just have to keep doing it, even if I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I think for next time, I'm going to see if I can maybe change the lighting in here a little bit, and maybe have a little bit of a script prepared. I think I know what I want to talk about in the next video, what I want to do, so I'm already starting to plan ahead, and I can start to see how like an aspect of my life is going to become dedicated to thinking about making these. They're little changes, but they are changes nonetheless, and steps along a path to an inevitable something. You know, I talked about potential in the last video, and we're going to just carry that energy on and, as I've been saying, see where I end up. But I think that's pretty much my time for this video. It is 3:33 p.m. on November 16th, Monday, 2020. And I'll see you whenever you on the other side of the camera are there, and I'll see myself tomorrow. Thank you, everyone.